Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I thought it would be really fun to talk about the craziest things I've ever heard about alpacas. So, do these baby giraffes really lay eggs? That's what we're going to find out today in this video. So be sure to subscribe for more animal videos. And don't forget that down below, I will also link a full playlist of all of the alpaca and llama videos that I've done if you guys love those types of animals. Before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Affordable Testing. This is an allergy test service available for humans, dogs, cats, and horses, and will help you learn which foods are causing tummy problems for you or your pets. After spending hundreds of dollars at vet clinics and getting no results, I was able to find out through this test that my dog is actually allergic to chicken. It is a super easy test because it is done through hair samples, so I will link that information down below as well as a coupon code. Alright, so this video is going to be about some of the misconceptions around alpacas as well as some of the straight out myths that have been spreading about alpacas. Now, some of these things, I don't know how or where they started, but yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. Alpacas really are like an exotic, foreign animal, but truth be told, there's really nothing too crazy about them. So, let's talk about them. First myth, alpacas are not sheep. A lot of people confuse alpacas with sheep. They are two different animals. They do have some things in common, such as we do shear the hair off of them and use that to make clothes and other products, but alpacas are not sheep, and one of the very, very easy ways that you can tell the difference is by the actual height of the animal. Alpacas are taller than sheep, they have long necks, and a lot of times too, people confuse baby sheep or sheep for baby alpacas. Not the case. Look for the long neck. They are animals that drink milk. They need to be able to reach their mother's milk while the mother is standing. So when you see those pictures of supposedly baby alpacas, no, those are sheep. They are really short and everything. So this is actually what a baby alpaca looks like. Now, here is a crazy myth, okay? Alpacas are not emus and they do not lay eggs. And some of you are probably like, well, no, duh, why is this even in the video? You would just be amazed, surprised, amazed at how many times alpaca farmers have heard and been told that, oh, those are cool emus. Do they lay eggs? And you're like, no, not even close. I have no explanation for this one. Alpacas give birth, no eggs. I know they seem exotic, but it turns out alpacas are pretty normal. I've also heard alpacas be called giraffes, turtles, and hyenas. And I know a farmer who was actually asked what type of meat do they eat. I cannot wait for somebody to ask me that because I am straight out gonna say as serious as I can, human flesh. And just so we're clear, alpacas do eat grass, okay? Another misconception, alpacas are not the same thing as llamas, not even different breeds. They are a completely separate species. I actually have a whole video completely dedicated to covering the differences, and that will be in the playlist down below. Now, the next misconception about alpacas is one that most English-speaking farmers are guilty of. So, is it alpaca or is it alpaca? Now, does it really matter? Honestly, no. In fact, I honestly didn't even notice this until people started pointing it out to me on YouTube. It really just kind of comes down to your accent. I get told all the time that I'm saying it wrong. Alpaca is actually a Spanish word taken from the Quechua language that was spoken by the people of South America that created the alpaca. I speak Spanish, so that's why I say it correctly, technically. Another myth is that there are wild alpacas that roam Chile and Argentina. No, alpacas are a domesticated species like cows, for example. They have wild ancestors, but there are no wild or feral alpacas. Alpacas that are out roaming the hillside in South America actually belong to the ranchers there. Like when you drive through Texas and see lots of cattle out in the middle of nowhere. They aren't wild cows, they do belong to someone. Next myth is another one that American farmers and English-speaking farmers are guilty of. And that is that cria means baby alpaca. That's actually a myth. It in fact does not mean baby alpaca. In reality, cria is a Spanish word that means baby animal. It does not mean baby alpaca. In fact, it was used as a slang term to refer to human children as well. When alpacas were imported to America and other speaking countries, the definition was lost in translation. People heard them calling baby alpacas crías and just assumed that that was the word meant for baby alpacas. Now here's another kind of funny misconception when it comes to alpacas. And this is probably something that most people are not going to be familiar with unless you've actually been around alpacas or you've had alpacas. A lot of people don't actually know some of the anatomy about these animals. So this girl posts on Facebook that she got a rescued alpaca and that the poor animal had been abused and neglected and just had not been taken care of. And then she posted the reasoning as to why it was supposedly neglected. It was because it did not have any top teeth. So this was so funny to me as like an alpaca owner. This was just hilarious. It totally made my day. The funniest thing I heard all week. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that alpacas don't have top teeth. So I hope someone eventually did. And I'm not trying to be mean because honestly, most people don't know that. But the way she went on and on about it was just so funny to me. So yeah, no top teeth, just a gum line. Another huge myth is that alpacas are farm guardians. This is 100% not true for North America. Alpacas are not strong enough, nowhere near capable handling the types of predators that we have here in North America. Now, llamas, on the other hand, yes, that is a farm guardian animal. Alpacas are not. Two separate animals. Like I said, you can learn the differences about them down below. But alpacas are used somewhat as farm guardians in certain places in the world. But the only thing that they can protect other animals against is actually foxes. And it's not something that's really guaranteed. You don't really know if for sure the alpaca is going to do something. And they just can't handle really anything larger. So it is definitely something I do not recommend. And even in other countries where foxes are your predators, I'm sure you still have people having loose dogs, and a dog is easily going to take down an alpaca. So they're not farm guardians, they're not going to protect anything. And I think even using them in other countries as farm guardians is kind of silly. The next myth promoted by good old PETA is that shearing hurts alpacas, or that alpacas have to be killed to get their fur. Well, of course, if PETA said it, it's stupid, and like almost everything they say, not true. Alpacas do not shed, and their fur has to be shaved off once a year to keep them healthy. This is what an alpaca looks like if it has not been sheared in a couple of years. The weight of all of the hair is just hard for the animal. They can actually die of heat stroke like this, so they have to be sheared. This is not something you can get around. Now, of course, we can't forget to cover the most common myth, and that is that alpacas will spit on you just for the hell of it. No, alpacas do not just walk up and spit as a form of greeting. They only spit when they're mad, which is kind of funny really if you think about it. And that is all of the myths for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Megan. Shout out to Hannah Kelly for sharing her alpaca with us. Any alpaca farmers watching, please let me know down below in the comments what you think is the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard somebody say about your alpacas. And don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!